At least 180 low-income renters will soon be getting help paying their rent.
Because of the COVID-19 crisis, many low-income renters have been unable to pay rent over the past few months. Since the temporary stay on evictions ended on June 30th, they now face the prospect of being evicted in the weeks and months to come. To prevent that, the City Council approved spending just over $1 million in dedicated housing funds to allow the Durham County Department of Social Services, or DSS, to manage an emergency rental assistance program. Eventually, it's expected that federal emergency housing funds that the city will be receiving will be used to pay for the program. The funds will be used to provide up to 3 months of rent and/or utility assistance for low-income renters with incomes at or below 80% of area median income. One of the stipulations of the program is that participants must also be receiving legal assistance. Anyone who contacts DSS about rental assistance will be connected with Legal Aid of North Carolina. They will also be screened for eligibility for any other DSS assistance programs. For more information about how to contact DSS, visit dconc.gov. The city will also be using federal funds to help individuals and families who are homeless or receiving homeless assistance. The city is contracting with Housing for New Hope to use $524,000 to help provide rapid rehousing for homeless households as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Rapid rehousing moves homeless individuals and families quickly into permanent housing through rental assistance, housing relocation, and stabilization services. These services help homeless people achieve stability as quickly as possible in permanent housing and establish connections with mainstream resources necessary to maintain housing. This type of help is urgently needed because there are currently 166 single adults experiencing unsheltered homelessness and waiting for an emergency shelter bed in Durham. The emergency shelter for single adults is operating at 50% capacity to ensure social distancing. People experiencing homelessness need to return to housing as quickly as possible in order to protect their health and well-being. It's expected that the funding will help place at least 40 homeless households in permanent housing. For more information about Housing for New Hope, visit housingfornewhope.org. With the same federal funds, the city will be able to provide medical respite care for homeless people who have contracted COVID-19, are at high risk of contracting the virus, or have disabling acute or chronic health conditions. During its July 23rd work session, the City Council approved a $78,000 contract with Project Access of Durham County to provide that care. Medical respite care is acute and post-acute care for people experiencing homelessness who are too ill or frail to recover from a physical illness or injury on the streets, but are not ill enough to be in a hospital. Based on current data, 30% of people experiencing homelessness in Durham meet the guidelines for being high risk based on pre-existing conditions. With the funds, Project Access of Durham County will expand its existing medical respite project to serve homeless clients who have contracted the virus. The organization will also serve other medically vulnerable homeless people who should not live in a congregate shelter setting or in an unsheltered situation during the pandemic. It's expected that at least 45 people will be able to be served with these funds. For more information about Project Access of Durham County, visit projectaccessdurham.org.